Yo, why isn't nobody excited for this fight? Like, I don't hear much people talking about this fight, hyping this fight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, not much people are talking about this fight or giving it spotlight on their channels. Um, but I wonder why. I mean, this is, as far as I'm concerned, a great matchup because you got the former IBF champion, welterweight champion, in Kell Brook, fighting the current WBO welterweight champion in Terence Crawford. Right now, some of the things that I think might be the reason is for the fact that Kell Brook is definitely not in his prime, you know. And Kell Brook has not really been in a legit fight since he fought Errol Spence. I mean, Errol Spence was the last guy he fought that I cared about. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The last time I seen a Kell Brook fight was when he lost to Errol Spence, because since then he's fought like, I think, maybe 3 times, but it was against really low quality opponents that I didn't even give a damn to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when a guy fights low quality guys, I don't waste my time watching it because I know those are foregone conclusion fights. So yeah, I'm just being honest with you guys. Like, I have not seen Kell Brook fight since he fought Errol Spence 3 years ago. Now, one thing I like about Errol's Kell Brook is I've never seen him dominated, right? I've seen him lose, right? He lost to GGG when he moved up to middleweight, right? He lost to Errol Spence Jr., right? But those were competitive fights, right? I thought he was litting up GGG in those first couple rounds. He was litting this guy up like a Christmas tree. He was just tagging him up. But obviously, GGG being the naturally bigger guy, he just overpowered Kell Brook. He overpowered him, and eventually he ended up, like, I think, seriously damaging one of his eye sockets or, orbital bones. And then the same thing happened with the Errol Spence fight, right? He's in there against Errol Spence. I thought he looked good in the first couple of rounds, but then Errol Spence starts to break him down because the way to beat Kell Brook is to break him down. You got to walk him down, and just like the GGG fight, he broke down. But he's not been in a massive fight since then. Now, when it comes to Terence Crawford, I think that Terence Crawford is a top talent in the welterweight division. My biggest criticism for him for the past few years has been that he's not been really stepping up. I want to see him in there against the big dogs of the welterweight division, because I do think he has the talent to beat them, if not be in a very competitive fight with them. So if you think about it, this is probably the best opponent he's fought in the welterweight division because Kell Brook is a formidable fighter. The only thing is, like I said, he's been kind of irrelevant, Kell Brook, and that's why you haven't really been. People have not really been talking about Kell Brook really as of recently. But I still think that Kell Brook is a talent. Like I said, I've never seen Kell Brook lose a fight and get dominated, right? I've seen him lose fights before, 2 fights, but it was always very competitive, right? Kell Brook is very talented. He's a sharpshooter. Who do you guys think wins this fight? I'm definitely going to be leaning towards Terence Crawford just because Terence Crawford has been definitely fighting the better quality. Although, like I said, I'm still not impressed with the quality he's been fighting at welterweight. He's been fighting better quality and more often than Kell Brook. Kell Brook has been very on the down low, not fighting that much, and he's been fighting just really trash opposition. And this might be a case where not just age and the fact that, he's been around for a little bit too long and he's maybe a little bit past his prime, but also the fact that he's not been fighting consistently top level guys. Like I said, it's been 3 years since he's fought a top level guy. So it's going to be interesting. Can Terence Crawford do a better job than Errol Spence? Because they're going to compare this. They're going to compare how Terence Crawford performed than how Errol Spence performed. So that's really the question, and what we're going to get out of this fight is, can Terence Crawford do a better job if he's even able to beat Kell Brook? Because if he struggles in there with Kell Brook, people are going to start talking. They're going to start jabbing at him. So that's really what I want to see in this fight. I'm actually excited for this fight. I'm going to watch it 100%.